Knows how this will work. Do this. We are going to add fractions. And to add fractions with like denominators, all you have to do is add the numerator. So if I have two fractions, say I have 2/6 plus 1/6. All I have to do on this, let me zoom in for you. I have like denominators, so they are called like fractions. I keep my denominator exactly the same, and I just add my numerator. Everybody got that?
We learned this in 3rd grade.
Yes, you did. Except, is this in simplest form?
No.
So remember how we do simplest form. With simplest form, we do the greatest common factor. So we do factors. What can I do? What are the factors for coming up with the answer of 3? 1 and 3, right? 1 times 3. And what are the factors for 6? 1 times 6, 2 times 3. What is my common? 3. And 1, which is the greatest? 3. So I'm going to divide top and bottom by 3. I should have left more space. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 1/2. Good? All right. And it's the biggest thing that I always found that was confusing was trying to remember, when do I use the greatest common factor and when do I use the least common multiple? Well, multiples are when I want to find equivalent fractions. I don't want to have 483 times 786 to try and find a denominator, do I? So for comparing fractions or to add fractions with unlike denominators that you'll learn in 5th grade, that you do the least common multiple. But today we're going to be talking about the greatest common factor as we add. So I can do the same thing with subtracting. If I have 5/8 minus 3/8, all I do is I keep my denominator the same. Now I subtract. What is 5 minus 3? 2. Is that in lowest terms? Simplest form? It's not. Both are even. If both are even, then I know it is not. So I need to do my greatest common factor. 1 and 2 for 1 times 2. That's all I have for the 2. My common factors for, or my factors for 8 are 1, 8, which is off the page. I've got 2, 4. Do I have anything else? No. So I've got 1 is common, 2 is common, which is my greatest? 2. So I'm going to divide top and bottom by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Are we good so far?
Yes.
Okay, let's try one on our own. Remember, and I don't think in the CST test they ask you for simplest form, but in the math test that you're going to have shortly on chapter 13, and for Ashlyn, get that for me, and for the benchmark, you will have to do simplest form. Okay, so we'll review this later for you guys. So let's look at a problem on our own. If I go 2/4 plus 1/4. Now I want you to also notice, look how I write this on the paper. I've written it a lot different than I would normally write an addition problem, don't I? Because I can add across the top. Do I ever add my denominators? No, thank you very much. No, I don't add my denominators. I add my numerators. I want you to try this on your own on your whiteboard. Yes.
Can you add the denominators if
Never.
denominators
Never.
aren't the same?
Never.
Well, what if, so if one is even and one's odd, do you have to do the dividing?
Let's look after you get it done. So right away, I immediately put over my denominator because I never add denominators. Avi. And then I add my numerator. 2 plus 1 is 3. I can look at this. 1 and 3 are my factors for 3. 1, 4, and 2 are my factors. I just have 1.
There's already in simplest form.
It is already in simplest form. No, he's going to stay here. No, not right now. Okay, so let's look at another one. If I have 3/5 plus 1/5. Do that on your whiteboard. And don't even worry about denominators that are different. You'll do that next year. And if you get this down and being able to put it in simplest form and then do equivalent fractions, you'll have it. So this should be really fast. We automatically put our line. We put our denominator down. We learned 3 plus 1, kindergarten, first grade, it's 4. Now if I look at my factors, 1, 2, and 4 for 4, and 1 and 5, my common factor is 1, so 4/5 is in simplest form. Let's try. Are we good? Okay, let's try 7/10 minus 3/10. Try that. Avi.
I don't have the last part with the, I get it, I get
For the simplest form, keep watching. So right now we are doing this one, 7/10 minus 3/10. Remember, simplest form. Minus. So I put my denominator, and then I subtract. What is 7 minus 3? 4. I will wait right here till I've got you all done and ready.
I'm not. I have to hang up this.
Good. All right, eyes up here. If you've got to this point, I want eyes up front. I'm going to scoot this up, way up. What are my factors of 4? What can I multiply together to equal 4? I can go, well, I always start with 1. 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. Those are all my factors, right? Now what can I multiply to equal 10? 1 and 10, 2 and 5. What are common? Common meaning the same. Donnie? 2. And what else?
1.
And 1. Now which is my greatest? 2. Now I'm going to divide 2. Are we good so far? 4 divided by 2? 2. I'm squishing it again. 10 divided by 2? 5. My answer is 2/5.